Yes, my dear student, uh, I would like to continue the sequence with some more convergency, the examples on convergent. Uh, Let me take the first example. Uh, Example number one, if a is greater than 0, then prove that, prove that limit a raised to 1 upon n as n tending to infinity is equal to 1. Suppose this a is a positive number, then we have to prove that a raised to 1 upon n as n tending to infinity is 1. The proof in three ways, in three cases. A greater than 0 means a is greater than 1 and a less than 1, and in between 0 and 1, and a equal to 1. These are the three cases I would like to prove it. A greater than 1, a less than 1, greater than 0, but a equal to 1. These are the three cases I would like to prove for this example. Yes. So proof of this is, proof case 1, a greater than 1. Therefore, a greater than 1 means a raised to 1 upon n is also greater than 1. Certainly, a raised to 1 upon n is equal to, let us take 1 plus x. If you add something to 1, you get a raised to 1 upon n for x positive number. And a is equal to 1 plus x raised to n. By using a binomial theorem, 1 plus nx plus n into n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial x square plus so on, last number is x raised to n. This is a. Certainly a is greater than 1 plus nx. So for 1 plus nx, if you add something, you get a. So a is greater quantity if I leave this term. So certainly it is greater quantity. Or in other words, a minus 1 divided by n is greater than this x. Therefore, if I consider this, x is 0 less than x less than a minus 1 divided by n, and limit, because x is a positive number and it is less than a n minus, so taking limit 0 as n tending to infinity less than limit x as n tending to infinity less than limit a minus 1 divided by n as n tending to infinity. What happens here? 0 limit is 0 less than limit x as n tending to infinity less than, when n equal to 0, n equal to infinity, a minus 1 divided by infinity, this is 0. This limit is greater than 0, less than 0 means definitely limit as x n tending to infinity equal to 0. So this is the main part of this. Then I'll come back to this example. Consider, therefore, consider a raised to 1 upon n equal to 1 plus x, limit a raised to 1 upon n as n tending to infinity equal to limit 1 plus x as n tending to infinity, it is 1 plus 0 limit a raised to 1 upon n as n tending to infinity, therefore 1, because x limit is 0. This is 0. This is the case 1. And case 2. Case 2 is a is less than 1. If a is less than 1 means a raised to 1 upon n is also less than 1, because a itself is a smaller than, nth root is also smaller than 1. Getting the reciprocal, a raised to 1 upon n is greater than 1. By using the case 1, if a is, this quantity is greater than 1, so definitely limit this 1 upon a raised to 1 upon n as n tending to infinity equal to, taking the numerator and denominator separately, this becomes 1 upon 1. Or in other words, limit a raised to 1 upon n as n tending to infinity is also 1, getting the reciprocal. This is case 2. And case 3, a equal to 1. Case 3. So a equal to 1. A raised to 1 upon n is also 1 raised to 1 upon n is 1. And apply the limit a raised to 1 upon n as n tending to infinity equal to 1. This is the. So in all the three cases, a raised to 1 upon n as n tending to infinity is 1. This is one of the standard example, you have to practice it. And let me go to the next example, a different kind of examples here. Now, test the convergency of the sequence xn given by 1 plus minus 1 raised to n. 1 plus minus 1 raised to n. Test the convergency of the sequence whose nth term is given by this. When you have minus raised to n and n is an infinity quantity, you have to test in two ways. One for even number and another for odd number. Therefore, solution. This is the given problem. For n equal to 2n, even integer, x2n equal to 1 plus minus 1 raised to 2n, and the limit x2n as n tending to infinity equal to limit 1 plus minus 1 raised to 2n as n tending to infinity. It is 1 plus minus 1 square raised to n. Therefore, 1 raised to infinity 1, you have 2. 1 for even number, you have a 2 value. For n equal to 2n plus 1, for odd number, limit is x2n plus 1 equal to limit n tending to infinity of 1 plus minus 1 raised to 2n plus 1. As you know, it is an odd number, you have 1 minus 1 and 0 you get. Therefore, limit x2n as n tending to infinity not equal to limit x2n plus 1 as n tending to infinity. For two terms have different limits, but limit is a unique one. Therefore, limit does not exist. In other words, xn is not convergent. It is not convergent, implies xn is oscillatory. That's the problem. So when you have minus raised to some number n, then you have to take two terms separately, even number and odd number. Let us take another example of this kind. Second example of this kind. Test the convergency of xn equal to, whose nth term is given by xn equal to, it is n plus minus 1 raised to n divided by n. Again, we test two conditions. For n equal to 2n, limit x2n as n tending to infinity equal to limit 2n plus minus 1 raised to 2n divided by 2n as n tending to infinity. If I simplify limit n tending to infinity, 2n by 2n is 1 plus minus 1 raised to 2n divided by 2n, and the numerator is an odd even number, you get a positive, n tending to infinity 1 plus 1 by 2n, and n is infinity 1 plus 0, this is 1. For n equal to 2n plus 1, for n equal to 2n plus 1, limit x2n plus 1 as n tending to infinity equal to limit 2n plus 1 plus minus 1 raised to 2n plus 1 divided by 2n plus 1 as n tending to infinity. That is equal to limit n tending to infinity, 2n plus 1 divided by 2n plus 1 is 1 plus minus 1 raised to 2n plus 1 divided by 2n plus 1. But minus raised to odd number, you have limit n tending to infinity 1 minus 1 upon 2n plus 1, because this is the odd number and minus raised to odd number is minus. When I put a limit, it is 1 minus 0 or it is 1. See this, for even number you get plus, for odd number you get plus 1. Therefore, limit exists, this xn is convergent and converges to 1. Converges to 1. So when two values are equal, when two terms are equal, then we say that limit exists and they should be equal, exist and equal, then only we say that it is convergent and converges to the same finite number. Similarly, you take the next example, test the convergency of the nth term. It is minus 1 raised to n minus 1 divided by n. Yes, for n equal to 2n, you have limit n tending to infinity minus 1 raised to 2n minus 1 divided by 2n. 2n minus 1 is an odd number, you have minus 1 upon infinity and it is minus 0 means 0. For n equal to 2n plus 1, for n equal to 2n plus 1 and the limit x 2n plus 1 as n tending to infinity equal to limit n tending to infinity minus 1 raised to 2n plus 1 minus 1 is 2n divided by 2n plus 1, and this is a positive quantity and you have 1 upon infinity. 1 upon infinity is again a 0. Both values are 0, so limit exists and finite, therefore it is a convergent. This sequence is a convergent. Okay, then let me take another different kind of example. It is test or prove that. Test the convergency of the sequence whose nth term xn is given by 1 plus 2 by n raised to n. Yes, I have to test this. Then apply the limit xn as n tending to infinity equal to limit n tending to infinity 1 plus 2 by n. We should have its reciprocal because raised to n by 2 I should get it. That 2 is taken extra. 2 by a by n means a by n means n by a I should get, then only a limit is e. So this 2 is taken, let me balance this. Then this term is the e, this is e and e square. It is a finite quantity, therefore xn is convergent and converges to e square. Yes, let's take another different example. Prove that the limit root of n plus 1 minus n as n tending to infinity is equal to 0. Prove this. Yes, limit. So limit root of n plus 1, of course it is a root, minus root n, multiply and divide by its same term n plus 1 plus root n into, as n tending to infinity, root of n plus 1 plus root n. This is limit n tending to infinity a minus b a plus b square minus b square n plus 1 minus n divided by root of n plus 1 plus root n. This n cancels. When I put a limit, it is infinity plus 1 and plus infinity, so totally infinity it is. Then 1 by infinity is 0. So such a third number you have to rationalize it and get the limit. Another example, prove that root of limit root of n square plus 4n minus n as n tending to infinity is equal to 2. We have to prove it. Yes, as usual, rationalize and get the simplification. Yes, it is equal to limit root n square plus 4n minus n divided by root of n square plus 4n plus n as n tending to infinity into the same term root of n square plus 4n plus n. Then it is limit n tending to infinity a square minus b square, so root will go n square plus 4n minus b square n into n square divided by root of n square plus 4n plus n. This n square cancels. Limit n tending to infinity, 4n is the numerator. Here I have to take n common. If I take n common, means n square is common in the square root. It is a root of 1 plus 4 by n and plus 1 is here. This n cancels. Limit n tending to infinity, if I put it 4 divided by square root of 1 plus 0 plus 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. It is 4 divided by 1 plus 1 is 2. Therefore, it is 2. This is the limit. These are the few standard examples that I have solved it, and go through the few more examples like this in the textbook. These are the example I have completed. In the next class, I would like to take a theorems on this. Yes, thank you.